guys, welcome back to my channel. Now if you are someone who is watching me for the very first time, hello, my name is Farheen and I make videos, or at least I try to make videos every week based on fashion or beauty, although you tend to see more of beauty. I just thought I should do that because I don't really introduce myself in my videos anymore. So if you're new, hi, and I hope you subscribe. So coming back to the content of this week's video, now if you're someone who is starting off with makeup or you're thinking of starting off with makeup, there are a lot of makeup products in the market and I'm sure you must be confused between what to buy and what not to buy. So I thought I would curate a beginner's makeup kit for you guys, all the beginners makeup products that I think you guys would need when you're starting off with makeup are in this little pouch right here. So if you want to know what all are inside and what are the products I recommend for starting out with makeup, then please keep on watching. So starting off with base makeup first. Now honestly I do not know what a beginner's foundation or a beginner's concealer should be like, so I'm just going to give you guys my favorite picks in these categories. And starting off with foundation, now I think when you are starting off, you want to start off with foundations that are like light to medium coverage, because working with full coverage foundations right at the beginning of your beauty journey can be a little intimidating. So I recommend the L'Oreal Matte Magique foundation. Now I actually was confused between this one and the Maybelline Pigment foundation, but I picked this one, and if you want to know why, you should go back and watch my battle of the foundations that I did last year. So the reason why I actually recommend this in a nutshell is because this gives you kind of light to medium coverage. It's a brightening foundation, so it does brighten up your face when you first apply it, although that brightness does not last really and it goes away after a few minutes. Next up is concealer, because nobody needs to know that you stayed up all night binge watching Netflix, or if you're like me, then texting. So my pick in this category is the Maybelline Age Divine Concealer, because first of all I love the sponge tip applicator that they have. So unlike the doe foot applicators which you've got to constantly dunk in, this one is actually like a twist up, so you just twist it, you apply it, and you're good to go. The reason why I also like this is because the coverage is bomb. It lasts throughout the day. It does not crease if you set it nicely with a setting powder, and also it comes in a variety of shades. So if you're someone who is just starting off with makeup and you're looking for a good concealer, or just in general if you are looking for a good concealer, or you haven't yet tried the Age Divine Concealer by Maybelline, you should try it. This is already available on Nykaa. It's finally launched in India, thank God. So I suggest you try this out and let me know what you think. After you have applied your foundation and your concealer, of course you need to set your face, and something that I've been using a lot these days and is also really affordable is this Lakme Whitening Rose Powder. I've already talked about this in my top 5 under 500. This is really inexpensive. It has sunscreen in it. Again, I don't know how much, but they claim to have sunscreen in it. And also it's a really huge tub, so something like this would last you pretty much for months. So it's inexpensive, and also I think that this does a good job, especially if you're starting off. I feel like you don't really want to invest in really expensive makeup and you're constantly looking for makeup that is budget friendly, inexpensive, but at the same time are bomb.com, and this I feel is one of those products. So in terms of setting powder, I think I would recommend the Lakme Whitening Rose Powder. To bring some warmth back into your face and some dimensions, you want to of course contour, and for that I have the NYX Wonder Stick as a recommendation. I was thinking of actually including the Maybelline one, but then I thought if I had to include a rip-off, I might as well just include the original product that, you know, set the trend for all these contour sticks. So the NYX Wonder Stick actually is dual-ended. You have a contour stick on one end, which is like this, and of course you have a concealer on the other end. So in case you don't want to buy a concealer separately, you can buy a multi-purpose product like this. The reason why I love the NYX Wonder Stick is because these do not give you that very harsh looking contour. They give you a very subtle contour. It blends seamlessly into the skin. You can also use your fingers in case you do not want to use a sponge, or you do not have a sponge, a brush. You can use this with your fingers. It blends seamlessly into your skin and gives you that very natural looking cheekbones that you may or may not have but want to accentuate. So I think the NYX Wonder Stick is something that I would recommend, even though I know that this is a little bit on the pricier side than the Maybelline one, but trust me, this is better than the Maybelline one, so go for this one. Now In case you don't want to use a cream contour or you want to set that cream contour, I had the Makeup Revolution Protection Palette for you guys. Now this actually does not just contain a contour powder but a bronzer, but actually contains a host of other things. And I think for a beginner, when you want to save money and you want to buy multi-purpose products, something like this is the best thing that you can buy, because it comes with 3 concealer shades, it comes with a setting powder, a bronzer or a contour powder, a blush and a highlighter, and the highlighter is pretty bomb actually. So in case you want to buy the protection palette and you want to know more about this, like an in-depth review, I have done it previously on my channel. I will link it in the description box. But whatever you pick, I think both of these are suited for people who are just beginning with makeup, and hence I recommend these products to you. Next up is highlighter, and I think that when you're starting off, working with liquid highlighters is easier than powder highlighters, because even if you go ham on them, you can use a sponge to kind of like mellow it down. So the highlighter that I recommend is actually by Miss Claire, and this is the Miss Claire Born to Glow Illuminator Makeup Base, and I have it in the shade 02 Clean, which as you can see is a rose gold highlighter. Now this also is actually multi-purpose, because of course you can use it just as a highlighter on the high points of your cheeks. You can also mix in with your foundation for an overall glow, and you can also sometimes use it as an eyeshadow. I have tried it and I can tell you that it works. Now the reason why I like this is because you can control what the kind of glow that you want. Like if you blend it out completely like this, it gives you an overall sheen, but if you want it like concentrated, then you can just kind of like dab it like this, and if you give you the kind of glow that you have that you see on my cheeks, because I have used this today. So I really like this, and also this is not that expensive. I think this was for 300 or 350, so a lot cheaper than the other liquid highlighters in the market, and Miss Claire is a good brand, so hence this is my recommendation. Now that we have covered the base makeup, let's move on to eyes. And as a beginner, remember this was the part that I was personally most scared about. So starting off with the easiest part about the eyes, that is them brows, and for that I have the easiest makeup product that you can ever use, and that is a brow gel. And the best brow gel in the market that is also really easy on the pocket is the one by Essence, and it's called the Essence Make Me Brow. Now this, as you can see, is actually not my shade. This is in number 01 Blondie Brows, and I have brows that are way darker than this, so I need to go get my shade. But if you want just a light tint to your brows, if you just want to set your unruly brow hairs in place, then a brow gel is the way to go. You just need to swipe it and that's it, you're done. Skill level 0, results 100. So a brow gel I think is great for a beginner if you do want something that's going to give you a little more pigment than this, and if you just have really thin brows and need to really fill them in. I think the Maybelline Fashion Duo Brow Pencil, or the Innisfree one that I had shown you guys a few videos back, is also great. I do not have them with me because this is the one that I actually recommend the most, but I'm just telling you those are ones that you can try out as well. But if you just want something to lightly tint your brows, then I think the Make Me Brow Gel by Essence is the best that you can get. Comes the most difficult or the / most confusing part about eye makeup, that is them eyeshadows. Now there are a lot of eyeshadows in the market. There are possibly every color of the spectrum has been made into an eyeshadow, but I think when you are starting off, you need to work with neutrals first before you dive into colorful eyeshadows, because colorful eyeshadows are really difficult to work with if you do not have that skill. I personally still don't have a colorful eyeshadow palette. I still work with nudes and bronzes and golds and stuff like that, because that is my comfort zone. So the recommendation that I have for you guys is the Maybelline Nudes palette. Now Maybelline has since launched a lot of varieties in the nudes range, but the best and the OG nude palette is the Maybelline, just the original nudes palette. This has a good mix of possibly all the nudes that you would need to create a good look. You can create everyday makeups with this, you can create smoky eyes with this, bronze smoky eye, a brown smoky eye, a black smoky eye, anything you want to create. As a beginner, I think this is really beginner friendly. Also, fun fact, this was actually my first ever eyeshadow palette, so I'm really attached to this one. I used to use this a lot back in the day. As you can see, some of the shades actually have slight dents in them, this one and this one. I used to use this a lot. I still love this palette, and I think when you are starting off, you should probably buy this one, or you can also actually buy the pack one, like the small one. I will insert a picture somewhere over here so you can understand what I'm saying. But if you want like a bigger eyeshadow palette, then I think this is the one that you should go for. Otherwise the pack one also just works great. Next up is mascara, and my all-time favorite mascara is the Maybelline Lash Sensational mascara. This gives you crazy volume, crazy length, makes your lashes look unreal, and also this is easy on the pocket than the L'Oreal ones, which I also love. But I think in terms of being budget friendly, Maybelline really takes the upper hand, and this one I think retails for 450 or maybe 500. It's pocket friendly, it's not really that expensive, and the results, like I said, are unreal. Finally, we've reached the end, and the most exciting part about any makeup tutorial for me is of course the lipstick. And if you watch my videos consistently, you may have already guessed my recommendation, but in case you haven't, it's the Stay Quirky liquid lipstick. This is in I Woke Up Like This. I keep saying it in pretty much every second video of mine, I think, because I'm still obsessed with this. I'm not wearing this today, although. This is the Sugar Velvet Matte Suede Lipstick in Taffeta Terracotta, which is also gorgeous, as you can see. But this is actually a nude color. It's kind of like this mauve shade. Works perfectly well. It's actually a dupe of the PAC Retro Matte Gloss in numbers 07, but this is actually slightly more inexpensive than that one. So if you want that one, the same formulation, the same color, everything, but you still want to save some money, like you want to save some money from the PAC one, then you should go buy this one. So if you're looking for a good liquid lipstick, I would recommend the Stay Quirky liquid lipstick. Or if you're looking for a bullet lipstick, then I would recommend the Maybelline Color Show bullet lipsticks, because they're pretty much the best in the business. So this is the shade swatch of it. It's gorgeous. It suits pretty much every skin tone, whether you're fair or you're tan like me. It suits everyone, and this is just the best thing ever. So those were all my recommendations. That is pretty much everything that I think a beginner would need in his or her makeup journey. If you like this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, comment down below, subscribe if you already haven't, hit the bell button for post notifications, and as always, I will see you guys next time. Bye!